Hello everyone, today I am going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look. This look is red gold, got gold eyes, and I matched it with a red lipstick, which is actually a limited edition Jack Wheels lip crayon, but it's a nice cherry red, and also got beachy wavy hair just to kind of go with it. And I thought summer, and this lipstick I wore last summer, and I was in Antigua, so this is actually really cool. Like, I love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different because I'm just doing my makeup, and I'll just talk you through what my makeup is instead of doing any close-ups or how I usually film my makeup tutorials. It's just me applying my makeup, and I'm going to talk you through how I do it. And also, yeah, so this lipstick is amazing. So let's jump into the video. And this, yeah, bye. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm wearing the same t-shirt that I wore in last week's video, I would film both videos on the same day, so that's why. So yeah, thank you for watching, and let's jump into the video. The first thing I am going to be doing is priming my eyelids using the Special Cosmetics by Amesterdam eye primer, and I'm using it all over my eyelids. I actually got this from M.A.C, if you're wondering. Not this year because I didn't go this year, but I went last year with my best friend. So we went together and we had a brilliant time and bought lots of makeup. And that's one of the products that I got. And then I am moving on and I'm applying my first eyeshadow, which is from the M.A.C Warm Neutrel Palette. And I am using Creative Copper, which is actually a light gold. I'm not entirely sure why it's copper colour, because copper is more of an orangey brown colour than a light gold. But this is what I'm using all over my eyelids. And I'm just using the flat shader brush. I think that's what it's called. I'm just applying it all over my eyelid. I just really like gold eyeshadow looks during the summer. I don't know why, but I absolutely love gold eyeshadow looks. So I'm applying this all over my eyelid. And yeah, so I'm just applying it right into the inner corner as well, just to make sure it's all even, and onto the outer half of my eye. And then on the outer half of my eye, I'm using another eyeshadow, and I'm using Amberlights. And I'm using Amberlights all over my eye, so, not all over my eyes, on the outer half of my eye. Sorry, I don't know why I said that, but usually that's the eyeshadow I use all over my eyelid. But nope, not today, it's going on the outer half of my eyelid. And I'm just patting it on the outer half. Make sure to blend it in, like so. You don't really have to blend it in too much because it is a similar shade to the shade we just used. It's just a little bit warmer and darker, so it doesn't need as much blending. And then using the Saddle, which is or you can use Dark Brew, I think it's called. It's a reddish eyeshadow in this palette. And you can use that in the crease as well if you would prefer a darker crease. But for me, I like Saddle. It's a nice orangey warm brown, and it's so nice. Like, I always use it. It's one of my favourites. And I'm just blending it in with the other eyeshadows, like so. Because this look is very warm, I want to keep all the eyeshadows nice and warm. Apart from one eyeshadow that I'm lining my lower lash line with, and it's slightly different. So I'm just blending in the eyeshadow, the crease eyeshadow again on the other eye. This just helps to deepen the eye, and also kind of, not deepen the eye, deepen the crease, and kind of make the other eyeshadow stand out more. And make sure to blend it in though, because you don't want to kind of have like a line, like a rainbow shaped line. Make sure it's blended out. And I'm using a little bit of a very pale gold on the eyelid, I think, because I'm covering my eye and I can't see what I'm doing. Oh, no, I'm just applying some more eyeshadow into my crease. Sorry, guys, I couldn't see what I was doing because I thought, you know, what's best for a makeup tutorial? Cover your eye with a makeup palette, because that's going to help. Anyway, moving on, I'm using a light gold from the M.A.C Warm Neutrel Palette. I will list all eyeshadows down below. I just can't remember this eyeshadow because I don't always use it. But it's actually like a very pale gold yellow eyeshadow. And I'm lining my lower lash line halfway and then going back in and using a Saddle to line the rest of the eye. But this just kind of gives a more lighter look as the other gold eyeshadow looks that I've done. in the past, and I just thought, I know that I do a lot of gold eyeshadow looks, and I need to buy some more makeup palettes, I think, and just come up with some more, you know, eyeshadows. So, yeah. And I'm just going to blend it out, and so just again, just I know I'm wiping away the excess eyeshadow and applying Saddle to the outer halves, just because I would like it to kind of be, it's just kind of like, I don't really like when I find applying eyeshadows quite difficult on my lower lash line, so I apply it really thickly and just wipe it away, and it's neat. And then I'm applying mascara. I'm not actually using eyeliner. You guys all know I always use like eyeliner to finish off a makeup look, but I'm going for quite a light makeup look. So yeah. And I am applying it to my top and bottom lashes. I actually got a new mascara, which I'm actually mentioning in my next video, because that's like a first impressions dramatic blue eyeshadow first impressions look. So yeah, and I am kind of like really loving it. And obviously I always get eyeshadow on my, not eyeshadow, mascara on any random bit of my face near my eyes. I mean, I get it on my nose, my eyebrow, everywhere. And I tied my hair back just because my hair was annoying me, and I do that sometimes. I often change my hair during videos, and they all filmed on the same day. I just, yeah, so I'm now applying foundation because, yeah, I finished the eye makeup look, and I'm just kind of blending it out in circular motions using a flat top foundation brush, which is actually one of my favourites. And yeah, and I decided to just kind of apply. I haven't actually got concealer with me. I actually have run out of concealer, so I've just been using foundation. And honestly, I prefer to use that than buying a new concealer bottle. So yeah, I love it, and I don't know why, but I do. But I've decided I'm not going to buy a new concealer. I'm going to use up my foundation, because I've actually bought a new foundation, which I'm going to be using. I'm not telling you what foundation it was, because I actually am using it in my next video, which is a first impressions video, and I can give you a clue. It's one of the BB creams, but it's an adaptation to all that. I've noticed that they keep adapting them, and it's a whole different range of BB creams now. So now I'm just bronzing up my face using my favourite bronzing bronzer, which is Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Sculpt and Glow and Sculpt, or Glow, I can't remember now. But yeah, it's one of my favourites and I love it. So I'm just contouring my face now, because I wanted to try just to kind of make my face a little bit thinner. And then I am blending in the contour. Now I use a tiny little bit of concealer, foundation on that brush, just to help it blend into my skin so it looks more natural. And yeah, and then I am rubbing my face. Not quite sure why, but because it's already blended. I think on camera it didn't look like that, so I was kind of trying to blend it out. And then I'm using Benefit Coralista, which you guys all know I always use Benefit Coralista with gold eyeshadow makeup looks, because it's got like a kind of like a gold sparkle to it. So if you saw it in the sunlight, it was kind of sparkled gold and coral. And then I'm highlighting my cheeks. We're using the goldish eye makeup the bob highlighter, and also I'm blending, just contouring my nose to make it a little bit straighter, a little bit thinner. And then I am going to be applying I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows, just because I want my eyebrows on fleek, as most people say. but I don't often say it. And I'm just kind of using Fog and Beige. Sometimes I just use Beige because sometimes I'm like, should I really use Fog? And because Fog is a kind of darkish, greyish brown, but sometimes I do, depending. I usually use that eyeshadow when I freshly dyed my hair because my hair is quite dark after I've dyed it. After a while the colour bleeds and so it kind of fades, so I go back to using Beige, but at the moment I think I'm using just Beige and Fog together. And yeah, and I'm putting on my glasses just so there's the kind of finished look without lipstick. And then I'm using my favourite red lipstick from Jack Wheels. These are limited edition, so you can't get them anymore, but they usually come out with a range of lip crayons at Christmas time. So if you would like any of those, if you would like to try out one of their lip crayons, you will have to wait till Christmas. But because they stopped doing makeup. They did do makeup, they had eyeshadows and lipsticks, but they stopped. And oh my god, the lipsticks were amazing. So, yeah, so anyone who works in Jack Wheels, please tell the Jack Wheels bosses to bring back the lipstick, because the lipsticks were amazing. And I'm just cleaning up the lipstick. So here is my finished look. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week for another makeup tutorial. Bye!